Hello, welcome or welcome back to my channel, Sparkling Life. This is Susanna. Today we have an unboxing of a new storage organizer for you. This is from Diamond Art Club. This is something that is new. It was just released, and a lot of people are having some questions and how it works and how big they look and stuff like that. So today we're going to take a look at what's inside this box. So first thing, let's just get this open. Okay, so like I said before, this is a new release of Art Supply that is for bead storage from Diamond Art Club. This one case, it looks quite big and heavy. It has a total of 54 containers. These are the small containers where you put the beads, and then it has 3 assorted size and supposedly compact and portable. It should come with 12 large, 18 medium, and 24 small container. They are supposed to be stackable. So if you have more than one of these, you should be able to stack them up and have multiple trays. So okay, let's take a look at this. Looks pretty heavy. I think it opens this way. Oh. Okay, nothing else is in the box. And looks like it comes pretty well packaged. All right, so if you open this, okay, this is also has a plastic to kind of protect it from being scratched up, I guess. That's that. So here's what it looks like. Here's the cover. Let me see how well the handles latches. Yeah, it latches pretty well. Pretty tight. And it says Diamond Art Club here. Do what makes you sparkle. Okay. So let's see. Containers. This is the large. This is the small. And this is the medium. And there should be a total of 54 of it. Now, if we take a look at the big container, the tray itself, you see that there's actually a divider, plastic divider here, so that when you put in a container, you're not going to be like having this swim all around your tray. It might go up and down a little bit. And I really like that they actually have like a little bit of finger space here so that you could actually get your fingers in there to get the tray out. I mean, get the containers out. Because I have used some other, actually, let me just show you this other ones that I was using for another project, another whip that I have. So let's just say if I am putting back all my, and this is not something that I normally like to use, but then I was just running out of trays, and that's why I needed the Diamond Art Club ones. But let's just say if I am just trying to, like, I need to really push my fingers into here in order to pull a container out. Doing this side is not even possible, at least not for my finger, and my finger is not that big. And when I'm standing up, it's a little bit easier, but if I'm sitting down, Sometimes I feel like the angle's not that great. There's a little bit of space here that you could try to jam your finger in, but I'm not really all that gentle and sophisticated, so that's usually a little bit harder for me. But this they've already thought about that, so that's great. So let's see. These are okay. So, and the container itself, it has like a thumb placement here for you to, you know, pinch it and then pull it out. So let's try to see how hard it is to open them. I have pretty weak nails, so okay, if I could open it, it snaps very tight. It's not hard. There's a little bit of indent here for you to try to wedge your fingernails down, but do I have, I don't have that many nails with no fingernails, but even the one with very short fingernails, it seems to be okay. Like it has like an actual plastic piece here, or maybe it's easier to see it like this, and it goes into this little notch here, and once you close it, it's actually it feels pretty secure. Does the lid actually come? I would have thought maybe it would come off, but maybe it's not, because this right here seems to be like there's a plastic piece that it goes in to lock it in place. And I don't want to damage my set, but you know. So that is the container itself. So here we have the other system that I am normally using, which is the Elizabeth Ward. The large tray seems to be bigger from the Elizabeth Ward, and usually on the tray it sits like this, and on the Diamond Art Club ones it sits like this. Hopefully you could see that this is the normal like Elizabeth Ward system that I normally would use. Let me just try to put it like this, and this is the new Diamond Art Club one. You see that in terms of the dimension, you could probably hold another like roll of tray here. In terms of this way, this Diamond Art Club, it's a little bit wider or longer or wider. However, if you look at, and I will need to have the lid on. Hopefully. If you look at how tall the height of the tray, you clearly see that obviously the Diamond Art Club is a little bit higher in terms of height compared to the Elizabeth Ward, because the way that the container is sitting is just very different. So let's open this back up. And let's open this. I do have to say I have these Elizabeth Ward system for, I don't know, since late 2019. So the lock here might not be as secure anymore. And I just do remember that when I first got it, it was tighter than it is right now. Actually, I should be putting it like this. So Elizabeth Ward container sits flat, like it's sleeping on your bag, whereas this is like sleeping on your side. If you want to compare, yeah, this is definitely not going to be the same. Like they're not trying to go for like, yeah, having the big same size as the Elizabeth Ward, but this is probably, I think this could hold 2 bags of drills, full bag, and hopefully, but the thing is I like to have a little bit of room up here. So, okay, so that's the comparison of the large. And also the other thing is that, I mean, for me, even the Elizabeth Ward one, I could use it, like I could use my fingernails to open it, but I usually prefer to maybe use a tool if I'm opening it like many times during my diamond painting. This Elizabeth Ward also have a finger indent or finger placement for you to, like, even if it's not a lot of space, not as much space as the top of here. This I could probably put 2 fingers here, where this I could put only 1, and it's kind of crushing my finger actually. But since it has these little indentation for your finger top and bottom, no matter how tight it is, even though it's just a little bit of space, there is no problem in terms of picking up the container and pulling it out. Whereas, good thing that this is, it has like extra space, because when you're pinching, there is no finger indentation on the top. There's only one at the bottom, like for your thumb. So you do have to like actually wedge your whole finger in there in order for you to actually pick it up. So that's the large container. Where is the, oh, here's the, let's take a look at the medium container versus, I'll try to get a cleaner one to compare. So this side is the Elizabeth Ward. This side is the Diamond Art Club. They're very, very comparable. Maybe just a tiny bit smaller, like that. Like that. So like it's very, very similar. So there's not that much of a difference that I could see there. And then let's get a small one compared to a small. So this side on my hand here is Elizabeth Ward, and this side is the Diamond Art Club. Now, let me see. I think it's still pretty comparable. It might be a tiny bit taller on the Diamond Art Club ones. I'm trying to see which side, like maybe you would be able to see it a little bit better like this. In terms of this here, it's pretty much the same. This is also pretty much the same. So like they're very comparable in terms of these 2 sizes as well. So I guess the only difference is, one, the larger size is different. So again, I think all the lids here, they're pretty much they're pretty much the same for all of the containers. It's just that for this one, it's not as tall. So, I mean, for this one, it's not as tall. So it doesn't hold as much drill as the large Elizabeth Ward system. And the second difference would be Diamond Art Club set doesn't have a mini one. To be very honest, for me, the mini one is the one that I try to use most of, because that's how you save space. And you could probably, if you use all these mini ones, you could probably cut up something that it's like, I can't remember exactly how many, 80, 90, maybe 90 containers of this into one tray. Whereas this system, they have 54 containers in there. Now, if you purchase, or if they in the future sells these containers individually, like on the side where you could just pick your size, so you don't have to be having, too many of the bigger size or anything like that, then maybe it's a little bit easier to configure. But just having one tray, it's not something that I could really like configure to my liking at this point. So this set right here would be something that I would use for, let's just say, if I have a kit that has less than or 54 colors and less. So I know that I have at least a good number of containers. Whereas I think because I have a lot of these Elizabeth Ward different size of container, and especially I like the mini ones, because there are a lot of diamond paintings, to be honest. Yeah, I just unboxed one that has, I think, just the 3 of us. I unboxed it probably like yesterday or the day before. It has 94 colors, but it has the total number of drills is only like 60 something thousand, not even like 70,000 drills. So there are maybe 2 to 3 strips that are just have very tiny little amount of drills. So that would fit perfectly into here, and I could fit more containers if the container size is smaller. I like that. And then also I for the Elizabeth Ward, I do like that these containers, I usually would fill like 3 bags up in here, and most of the paintings, unless it's something that's with like a very plain background, I usually, the ones that I get would like, each color would usually have no more than like 3 to 4 bags, so it's not hard to manage. Like I would just use 1 container, whereas this it holds less. So let's just say if I have 3 bags, I might need to either use another container, or I might have to leave 1 bag unopened so that I could just kind of like have it on the side instead of in the container. So I mean, tomato, to be honest, I think it's built very sturdily. In terms of the quality itself, they're pretty comparable, to be honest. They're not, both of them are not flimsy. I mean, if anything, this older system that I've used for so many times should be flimsier, but it doesn't have a lot of give. And then when you close, to be honest, this container lid, I mean this tray lid or lid in general, this seems sturdier than my Elizabeth Ward. My Elizabeth Ward, I don't know, somehow I feel like their lid is not as sturdy. It's pretty flexible. Like when you put it onto the table that's flat, it would spin. So never really, it's not a big problem for me because I don't really carry that around a lot. But I really do think that these each have their own strength and weaknesses. Maybe because I'm just very used to the Elizabeth Ward. Next painting that I'm going to try and kit up a painting that is less than 55 colors and see how this works, because I wanted to actually use this before I actually make my own decision as to whether this is a good kit for me or is it not. Where is this supposed to go? This is a little scratchy. It's a little scratchy just right out of the box, but it's fine. If I use any tools to open these, it'll get scratchy anyway. So this is future editing me. One thing that I actually wanted to test between the two systems is using my funnel. I'm actually quite interested in the comparability of this with my funnel. Oh, actually, fits perfectly. Dare I say, it actually fits the Diamond Art Club a little bit better than the Elizabeth Ward, because for some reason, when I use this funnel with the Elizabeth Ward, it doesn't really sit completely down. It always just kind of pop back up, but it still stays. Whereas, wow, this actually sits there perfectly tight, so I don't have to worry about it popping out. Like, it never really pop out when I was using the Elizabeth Ward, but it's definitely in the back of my mind to be careful of. But this one, I certainly don't need to be very careful about that. And taking it off is just as easy as the other system that I use. So, well, this is actually pretty important to me that the funnel works, because I really am not the type that really likes to open this, and like it stays open a little bit, but then you know, for convenient purposes, you still wanted to make sure that it stayed, like it's open, and then you pour everything in, because, you know, clumsy, and if the opening is not as big, then you know where the drill's gonna go, not into my tray and not into my container. So I am actually happy that the Diamond Art Club fits, the funnel fits the Diamond Art Club ones very, very tightly, snuggy. It fits perfectly actually. Okay, so that's the unboxing. I hope you find this video useful, and if you like this video, please like and subscribe, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.